Cardi. See, I've been trying to keep it cute on you. Actually, I should say it's been easy to keep it cute on you because your album just came out, and yeah, like it was good for the most part. I had a good listening experience with it, and I'm still currently revisiting my favorite songs on there, which is definitely Nice Guy with Tyler. Amazing songs being super slept on throughout everything. But we really gotta talk. So step into my motherfucking office, bitch, because I don't know why you think it's okay to be coming at the media this crazy, alright? And this is not even nothing new with you. It's been nothing new with you, honestly, since you got famous or whatever. Now you coming at another independent media person, Mr. Armand Wiggins, who is a polarizing figure in his own right, okay? But you claim that this man is bullying you. And quite frankly, I don't think that's the case. I actually think that Armand does a pretty good job of covering you while being unbiased, despite the things that you put him through. I actually think that Armand does a pretty good job covering you and your music despite the things that you've put him through and that he has witnessed with you behind the scenes and also have become a victim too. I actually have a more complex view of Armand's commentary on female rap these days. And I do believe that it is sometimes skewed because of his situation with Cardi. And this is where I call on you guys who have been watching his content longer than me, who started with Armand from the beginning, who was there when Armand was giving favorable commentary towards Cardi B and not so much so to Nicki. Armand is someone who claimed Cardi the queen of rap or whatever he said when she was really popping and breaking her records and all that good jazz. I do believe that Armand's opinions sway with the wind for the most part. If you're a Cardi B fan wondering why his commentary is more favorable to Nicki these days, despite I would give Armand the benefit of the doubt in saying that he's been through some of the things that Nicki Minaj is currently calling out in the industry. He's had alliances and fallouts with some of the biggest and the best in media and independent media, and is still going and is still currently rising. And you got to put respect on Armand for that. I do believe that Armand asked the right questions and is skeptical, though, when he is reporting on what is going on with Nicki and the industry and her issues with Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Because people think because you have a question for Nicki means that you don't believe her. Yet, in the tiny sphere that we on as female rap consumers on the internet, he is asking important questions. I'm not sure why, Cardi, you take Armand's commentary as bullying because that's his job. If Armand wanted to make a video almost every day about Cardi B, there should be really nothing wrong with that. Nicki and Cardi are two of the biggest women in female rap, and not only that, they do keep the conversation going and are the most relevant when it comes to conversations, especially right now in most recent times. These days, it's either Nicki or Cardi making headlines. So I don't take his commentary as bullying. I actually think that Armand could be talking about Cardi B way more, to be honest with you. Cardi, you really got to stop with this. Calling Angela Yee to ask her why she brought someone up there who doesn't have any respect for you or doesn't like you. I mean, yeah, in Armand's words, what do you think that that does? What do you think that that signifies? If you were to make Angela Yee have to choose between Cardi B and yourself, when corporate media, with a specific regard to Power 1051, Angela Yee and the Breakfast Club have had long standing relationships with Atlantic Records and the executives over there. Now, some of the executives who are at Atlantic Records or who were at Atlantic Records and who got fired in terms of the restructuring, those are the ones who have the relationships with the Breakfast Club, which once again, they are no longer in a position. However, both constituents, Atlantic Records and the Breakfast Club, Power 1051, remain staples in hip hop and the culture. Now, according to everyone, because I don't watch the Breakfast Club, they tend to give more favorable commentary to you, Cardi. But you, Cardi, also claimed that you got people that you could have following Armand, that you've had following Armand, that Armand could get touched, that people want to touch him, they be seeing him out and stuff like that, but you tell them to stand down or you ain't giving them the green light. But haven't you already been wrapped up in court for giving people the green light to attack others on your behalf? Cardi, you do show a lot of toxic and violent patterns of behavior, and it truly is unfair. I think the most absurd part about all of this is that you have yet to address and or apologize for recording Armand behind the scenes. And this is actually after you guys were making up and making peace. You've went on coke rants several times in 1 week, had several spaces, talked about this man, talked about his physical attributes for hours on end because you don't like what he's saying. And it's so evident that you're listening to what he's saying, or you got people listening to what he's saying, and that's fine because Armand is a staple when it comes to female rap commentary. So then leave him alone. And that's why I go by, if the commentary is not disrespectful or defamatory, they can't do nothing about it. You want to take him to court so bad. You want him to lose his platform, his influence so bad that you trying to bait him into dragging you. I'm actually so proud of Armand for learning from his past mistakes, for learning from his crash outs, for being able to identify when someone wants to bait him into getting tricked out of his spot. But once again, Cardi, I'm gonna keep asking you, why were you recording him? Because that's also a pattern with you. You record everybody. Your fans make excuses for it, right? You record everybody. You record Ice Spice. You record Bia, but act like you are so innocent, like you don't have any bad intentions when you are the one with the most power in the situation. Armand could easily be sitting up here and talking about your personal life with your situationship with Stefan Diggs, as well as your baby daddy, your divorce, and just everything, literally everything in the media. But you'll be lucky that commentators like myself and Armand really keep it on music. Otherwise, we would be talking about you and giving you way more unfavorable commentary. Because at the end of the day, your life is in shambles and it's only your fault. So you need to take accountability for it. And it looks even weirder that right now you are coming for a one man show. I don't even want to say it's different when you becoming that Joe Budden and Rory and Mal because the shit is annoying regardless. You can't stand when people are speaking negatively upon you, so then stop doing negative shit. It's like the Barb's getting on me because I said Nikki Hope overhyping her album, so I'm gonna be more critical of her. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at her that she's overhyping her album. So now this is the perspective I have to have. But that's another conversation for another day. So shout out to Armand for keeping his cool, even though he ain't got to hear that from me. That's why it's so important to stay by the wayside, watch from afar. Do not get involved with these celebrities. I will never forget what academics said. I literally tell it to everybody. Everybody wants to know why Drake has not interviewed with academics yet. Academics will tell you, to the artist, I can make more money talking about you than I can talking to you. I don't ever need to speak to you. That's no longer the goal. And unfortunately, like for Armand, I wish he would learn that because he still speaks about, getting an interview with Nikki. And honestly, he's way closer than I would ever be. But I just don't think that that's what turns fans off and what even turns the artist off from you. And because, yes, media is a give and take relationship, but there's something about female rap right now. And there's something about hip hop that is so much more volatile. Our genre is like a volcano that erupts every 30 seconds, and you don't want to be the cause of it. It's just really dangerous out here these days. And it's coming from every direction, which is why it's just so best to stay out of the mess and talk about it from afar. Cardi, you need to do better. You're over, like, spending time on Armand, and any naysayers only overshadows any good that you've got going on right now. You have so many things to be proud about, honestly. You got a tour coming up, you've got a lot of brand deals. Stay focused on that. Focus on getting your nursery together. Because, like you said, you're going to be on a strict schedule by the time you give birth. Focus on how we going to be moving around the country with 4 kids and who going to be watching them. And I shouldn't even be saying that. But why can't everybody leave everybody alone? Stay in your corner and talk about what you want to talk about. Y'all celebrities really need to do better. Cardi, do better. I can't wait to hear what you guys have got to say. Do let me know in the comments. In part 2 of this, I'm actually going to talk about why Armand actually helps me to understand Nikki more. It's going to be on my Inside Thoughts tier on Patreon. So shout out to all of my patronies wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Peace.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Below.
Period.